Hi, Toronto Women's Circle. My name is Lucy, and we're just sharing our stories here on the Toronto Women's Circle, and we're excited to hear everyone's stories of their successes, their strengths, the challenges they've overcome, what experiences that they've learned from in their lives. And today I'm just sharing one of my stories, and this goes back to April 2020 when things first really started to shift and change with the onset of the virus. I was working in an office job in a municipality doing forestry work on contract. And to be honest, I did like the job. I got to be outside, I got to write reports about forests, and I got to be outside a lot. Did I say that already? I think so. But it was a good job. Kind of challenging though, because I was working mainly with men. I was one of two women in the office, and that posed its own set of challenges that I had to face. But yeah, there were things that I would change about the job for sure. So when I found out that I was getting laid off, it's funny, I received I was told I was gonna get laid off, and my boss was quite distraught and I think sad on my behalf, and was sad to do so. But in my mind, the second that I heard this, I was already planning what I was gonna do with my spare time. And also, I want to take a moment here and say that I know my situation is kind of unique because I am single, I don't have kids, and I know it's a different situation for everyone, and it's been challenging for different people in differing circumstances. So I just want to acknowledge the fact that this is a unique situation, and if it was different, if I had kids, then I probably wouldn't be sitting here smiling right now. A lot of people are trying to make ends meet, and so I don't want to disregard that, because I know it's been challenging for a lot of people. But for me, it's been an opportunity. So hopefully there have been opportunities for everyone, even in the midst of the challenges, even with families, even with the various circumstances everyone's been facing. But anyways, so the second I found out I was getting laid off, I was already planning what to do. So it was a Thursday, and I just went home and I packed my bags, and my plan was to go camping on the Saturday, because I was just like, all right, no job, I'm gonna go and be out in nature, because that's my connection. I feel connected to nature, I feel at peace there, and if I'm not working, then I'm gonna go and nurture my soul and connect with this earth, connect with the plants, the trees, the fresh air, myself. So it's just funny, I think back to that conversation, and I was just smiling, I was pretty excited actually to be getting laid off, and in hindsight now, I'm just grateful. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So this is my story of my adventure. I went and packed my bags, and I went up north for 10 days by myself onto Crown Land, and hiked into a site that was just off the water. And it was really beautiful. It was quiet and serene, and it was just me there. It wasn't an official campsite or anything. And I pitched a tent. And I will say this, my ex-husband did drive me there, so I'm grateful for that. And he did chop some wood for me for my first night, so I am grateful for that. But then I did the rest all on my own. And I was basically in this place where I was able to breathe and be still and just exist without any pressure, without any agenda, without any work assignments. And I remember just arriving and knowing exactly what it was that I needed to do, and everything was coming up for me from here. So I remember arriving on my site and I just knew that I had to bless the space with cedar. I think we all have this ancient wisdom within us, and when we slow down and when we're quiet, it can come out. It arises from within. And so, yeah, I blessed the space that I was camping on, and I would go for slow walks and kind of connect with trees and just feel the energy of what was around me. And we are also connected, and it's like I would gain insight just while walking and while looking at trees, or while watching my feet step over the decaying leaves, while sitting in my tent. And there was hailing and there was snow too. So all of those moments of stillness allowed the opportunity for things to arise in me that were ready to arise. It's almost like when we sit down and meditate at the end of the day, insights come up for us, or we're able to process things because we've allocated that little bit of time to integrate what's happened and for new things to arise within us from that deep place of knowing, from that wisdom. So I just kept a journal, and I'm going to read some of the things that came up for me. So I was walking, and there was a separate occasion when I wanted to make cedar tea, and I bumped into a cedar. But basically, this is what I learned. Stop searching. What you're looking for is already there in front of you. What you're in search of will show up the moment you stop searching. So I had been frantically looking for a cedar, and then when I was like, you know what? If I find a cedar, I find a cedar, and if I don't, I don't. I don't have tea, no big deal, whatever. And the second I just kind of surrendered to that and let go of these expectations, I saw a cedar right away. And it's like in life, I think we can set the intention for something and imagine it and envision it, and then kind of release that to the universe and allow that inspiration to exist, and then flow through life instead of like fighting to make something happen. I don't know if that resonates. That's what I learned. And let's see. Once you make a mistake, it can't be undone. You can talk something through and think it through, and it can work out. But from the start, just make every action with meaning and with love. And I guess from that, I'll just gather that if we can come from a place of, if we just kind of turn inward and breathe and check in with ourselves before making any actions or decisions, then I think whatever we do will be more in alignment with our truth. So the more we can do that, the more in alignment we are, and it's not like we have to go around making corrections because we're coming from our truth. So a lot came up for me on that 10-day trip of being in wilderness, and I came back refreshed, more alert, and more connected. And that kind of laid the foundation for all the spiritual work I've been doing since then. So I'm grateful that I had this opportunity to go out in nature, kind of to initiate myself into that deeper connection with Mother Nature, with Mother Earth, to see how being with her, being that connected, can facilitate our own growth and our own expansion. And I also did receive this one message. Mother Earth told me, you don't have to come up north to feel this connected to me. You can feel this connection anywhere in the city, anywhere you are, in your own living room. And that really, really resonated with me. It resonates with me to this day, because wherever we are, Mother Earth and nature, the spirit of that beautiful, loving and giving, sustaining Earth is with us. We are the Earth, we are Mother Nature, and when we slow down and breathe and open, we can connect to that. So I guess I'll just also say that you don't need to go up north into the wilderness for 10 days to have your own experience like this. But it can happen when you pause and breathe and give yourself the space to be. And I think nature just helps when there's that stillness and quiet. And it is healing. And I think ideally we would all be going up north all the time. But it's also possible to access that in your own living room. So from my heart to yours, I just wish you lots of connection and lots of stillness with nature, whether that's your houseplants or the park outside or going up north or signing up for a forest bathing walk if you're interested. Yeah, just wishing everyone all good things. And please message one of the Toronto Women's Circle admins if you want to share your own story of a challenge or a growth story, whatever it is that you'd like to share. Connect with one of us individually and we'll make it happen. We'll add your video to our channel and post it on our Facebook page. Because when women come together, share their stories and their experiences, we all grow, we all heal, and we all learn from one another's experiences. So together, let's work on connecting, and let's work on making this world a better place, and it starts in our own hearts. So thank you for listening and for taking the time to witness me. Thank you.